Attention parents of elementary and middle school age children. Discover in 15 minutes how to develop your child to be unstoppable. The summer months are some of the most overlooked and underutilized times of your child's development. And we have written a book that every parent should read prior to enrolling their child in any summer camp program. You can see it to the right. Dear loving and dedicated parent, my name is Master Gary Schill, and along with my beautiful wife, we own and operate Peak Performance Training Center. I'm also the co-author of the great summer camp book, Beware of Summer Camps, the #1 secret most summer camp programs do not want you to know. You see, many years ago I found out by accident that our children lose as much as 8 weeks of knowledge during the summer months. The school districts understand this and spend the first 6 to 8 weeks of the new school year re-educating our children to the same level they were the previous school year. I know, it seems crazy. In addition to the lost knowledge, have you noticed lately that most of our children are not as active as we were when we were kids? Their thumbs are in great shape, but not their bodies. Did you know that due to this lack of activity, most children gain the majority of their weight during the summer months? And this is a main cause of childhood obesity epidemic facing our country today. This obesity in children would lead to other physical, emotional, and social challenges throughout their childhood. And the ridicule and bullying children face today is at an all-time high, and the schools are doing little to combat the issue. And much of this has to do with the lack of confidence our children are developing during this crucial time of the year. And Harvard University released a study showing that 9 out of 10 children today want someone else to lead. And a great deal of this stems from 11 weeks out of the year where they get no development. Another study by the FamilyFacts.org shows that children who spend at least 30 hours a week in a daycare are showing problematic and social behaviors. Aggression, conflict, poor work habits, etc. Now, I totally understand. Frankly, it's not your fault. You've probably chosen camps based upon it sounding fun. Maybe it was close and convenient to home. Maybe it was cheap in price. Heck, your own child probably bugged you to enroll them in the same camp as a friend. Or you just didn't know there was any difference from one summer camp to another. I know that you would prefer to stay home. Frankly, I would too. It would allow us to spend more quality time with our children. But this is just not a possibility for most of us. And a recent study shows that nearly 7 out of 10 mothers are in the workforce along with the other parent. There are daily responsibilities and bills that have to be paid, and leaving work is just not an option. But you know what? It's okay. This is what we do, and help is on the way. I was blessed with 5 children. They all have completely different personalities, quirks, challenges, and attributes. My oldest son was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and my second son has dyslexia. While both are very intelligent, they both struggle with academics. They were disciplined, respectful, kind, and helpful. However, school was a severe challenge. If we did not get the first of the school year off to a good start, it was always seeming like we were in the hole the entire school year. During their preteen and teenage years, respectively, is when we tried something different. We worked during the summer months as if they were enrolled in school. The results were nothing short of amazing when they returned to school. However, this is when I learned about the reviews the schools are required to complete to get all returning students back up to academic levels they had achieved the previous school year. To me, seems like a complete waste of time. Ever since that fateful summer, I've been on a mission to provide children and families the greatest summer experience in the Travis and Williamson County region. I also want to educate parents on the importance of the summer months and just how crucial they are for their future success. I want to share just one of the many positive stories that have come from families in our academy, and while the challenges that my own children faced gave us the experience and motivation to find real-world solutions for children and families in our area. And guess what? You get to benefit from that knowledge. About 12 years ago, a mother came to me. She was concerned about the future of her daughter. She was a great child, never gave her parents any problems at home, yet she was struggling in school. Every year when she returned to school from summer vacation, she struggled getting into the routine and recall material she knew at the end of the previous school year. Her parents would share with me how frustrating it was to see their daughter struggle with the start of school, and that she always seemed frustrated and in a sad and depressed mood. After speaking with the parents, I explained that due to the long summers, many children would lose up to 8 weeks of knowledge during that same period, primarily due to the lack of academic work during summer vacation. I also explained that her lack of confidence was playing a large part in a bad cycle of limiting belief and social anxiety regarding school. The parents asked me to explain more. I shared with them my personal story regarding my own children who were struggling. I explained the routines we instituted during the summer months to assist them with the struggles they were experiencing academically. I shared with them how better prepared they were when they returned to school starting in the fall compared to previous school years. They were motivated to go to school, more confident, and had less anxiety about the environment and the materials they were learning. I also shared with the parents the review process the schools had in place in trying to cram the previous year's material into a 6 or 8 week period to get the children back up to the previous school year's education level. The parents, like me, were shocked. They were unaware the schools had this practice in place. The mother said she felt like pulling her hair out in frustration every school year. And when they enrolled their daughter in our summer camp that year, they had no idea how much she was going to grow and mature. It was not just the academics that improved during the summer months, but they were really blown away with how confident she became from her martial arts training. Her self-discipline improved dramatically from skills she learned from our Student Success program. She was taking personal responsibility for cleaning her room and picking up after herself. She was even cleaning her own bathroom and not leaving wet towels and dirty clothes on the floor. When their daughter started the next school year, something amazing happened that the family never experienced before. She started the school with great confidence and great attitude due to her working on her academics during the summer months. She was prepared for return to school. She made honor roll for the first grading period and never left the entire list that school year or any school year following. What shocked the parents even more was how many new friends their daughter had. And a lot of those parents of her new friends came to them telling them how envious they were and how happy their child had a friend like her. These parents also shared with them how they wished their child had that much confidence. You see, this young, unconfident child is now a second-degree black belt, an honor student in college, and working towards her teaching degree so she can help young children reach their full potential. Now, I'm biased, but I truly believe we have the best system for summer development in the world. And I can challenge you to go out and read every book, every written on child development, spend hours interviewing industry insiders, and actually go out in the field and do stuff like I have done. Or you can read this simple, small book with big words and lots of spaces that condenses down everything I've learned about investing in the right summer camp in a 15-minute read. No fluff and no BS, just the raw information and systems you need to know to choose the correct summer camp for your child. Here's just a little of what you'll discover. The number one secret every parent should know before enrolling their child in a summer camp. Why the summer months are the most overlooked and underutilized development time for children. You may be setting your child up for failure by enrolling them in the wrong summer camp or daycare. Enrolling your child in the correct summer camp will make you look like the best parents in the world. And how to increase your child's social status in every area of their lives. Now, I can't take full credit for the system. I consulted everybody that I knew who was a success at child development, read everything available on the subject of child success and lost education time. I then added my own personal experience to develop this system. But don't let the size of just 64 pages fool you. Over 15,000 hours of research went into this project. It is truly the best of the best there is. And the system is simple and fast to learn so you can implement this information immediately. So why choosing the wrong summer camp could cost your child more than 2 years of educational instruction. If your child is enrolled in the wrong summer camp, their academic studies will suffer. Remember, the school set aside the first 6 to 8 weeks of the new school year to re-educate your child to the previous levels. Now take that 6 weeks, multiply times 12 years, and this is 72 weeks of wasted time. School sessions are just 41 weeks long. This means that the school districts lose out on nearly 2 years of education due to this yearly review. This is all due to lost knowledge during summer vacations. Think back to the time when you graduated high school. You know, when we thought we knew everything. Then we got in the real world and learned very quickly we knew a great deal less than what we needed in order to be successful. Now fast forward to today and look at your family, friends, or neighbors. Do you know of someone that is more successful, has a bigger house or higher status than you, and you know you're smarter than they are? Can you imagine how much faster and easier it would have been had we learned success habits early in life? Can you imagine how much time and money you would have saved had you learned early in life the habits of success that the successful people use and teach their children every day? And what if I told you your child would be exposed to these very success secrets the ultra successful teach their children every day? Imagine developing your child's confidence and self-esteem so strong they are impervious to bullying and negative peer pressure. Your child develops self-discipline habits where they take care of their own responsibilities at home and at school without you having to fuss. You are the envy of every parent, mother, and father in the neighborhood and at your child's school. Your child is the leader of their classroom and the envy of their peers. Here's the real proof, and this comes from Mike. He's an assistant district attorney. My children have been part of Master Schill's summer camp, after school, and martial arts program for more than 8 years. They're the envy of all of our friends. They excel at school, at home, in our church, in all the activities they participate in. They clean their rooms, pick up after themselves without having to be asked or fussed at. Master Schill's program provides them with a strong sense of confidence and self-esteem that all of our friends envy. They always ask, "How did your children become so great?" Our response is always the same: Master Schill's Peak Performance Training Center and their staff. So why is this book just $7? I'm only charging $7 for this book for 3 reasons. 1, $7 puts this book and the life-changing information within the reach of the vast majority of people. It's not too expensive for even the household with the tightest budget. I even pay for the shipping and handling. Anyone who's not serious enough about their child's future success in 2014 to invest $7 in this book isn't going to take the time to use the methods laid out in the book anyways. And anyone who is serious enough to put down the price of a fast food dinner and buy this report has the opportunity to propel their child and family to a level of success only few experience. If you're thinking $7 is so cheap, what's the catch? Then you really need to read this book. It explains why the summer months are a crucial time for their development and how to choose the camp that will propel your child ahead of their peers. So if you're serious about propelling your child to new heights in 2014, and if you would like to start now, then click the Add to Cart button below the video. If you need to justify the expense, skip going to McDonald's for dinner once this week, and it's paid for. My You'll Love It guarantee. If for any reason you think my book isn't the best $7 you've spent, just send me an email and I will gladly refund your whole $7 big cash dollars. I will even ship the book to you for free. And number 2, if you actually do what I recommend for you to do in the system and your results aren't great, I'll actually refund twice your money. All I ask is that you give me an honest effort. Now, how fair is that? I'm only going to sell 100 copies at this price. Time is very much of the essence. I can't stress the time sensitiveness of this offer. Not only will the 100 books go quickly, at which point this $22 discount will expire, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. So click on the Add to Cart button below the video to join and get instant access now to this book. Warning, do not enroll your child in a summer camp program before reading this book. The number one secret that most summer camp programs do not want you to know. For risk fee for just $7. I will even pay the shipping and the handling. Now, the total price of the book is typically $29. But you're not going to pay that or $19. Today, it's only $7. And as I mentioned earlier, it includes the free shipping and the handling. So here's what you have to do to order. Have out your Visa or MasterCard. Click on the Add to Cart button below the video. Warning, if you don't take action, you will make mistakes. A man who represents himself in court has a fool for a lawyer, and we all know that people who do not read the instructions mess things up. Get help before you try to enroll your child in the wrong summer camp, or you could screw up big time, and when a full plan is only $7, you'd be pretty crazy not to grab it. So either give up on the idea or get this book. Otherwise, you're sure to make giant mistakes in areas you haven't even thought of yet. This tiny $7 book is the only thing standing between you and success for your child and family. P.S. Remember, there is more real, actionable information in this tiny book than you'll get reading a dozen books. The systems inside the book have worked for other people just like you. It's 100% guaranteed, so you can't possibly lose money. It's a no-brainer. So it's time to act now. Click on the button, add the cart below the video. There are limited quantities available, so don't miss out on all of the free gifts that I have for you.